Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's mindfulness meditation. My name is Dana, for those of you who don't know me. You might have seen me before at NLC. I run our NLC University. And also, when I'm not doing that, I am a trained yoga instructor, mindfulness, and meditation teacher. So I'm so excited to be able to merge my passions and bring these self care sessions to you. So if this is your first time with me, you didn't join me the other day, welcome. Glad to have you and nice to meet you. Um, I'm really excited to be doing this. So today, what we're going to practice is a session on really figuring out balance. And in order for us to find balance, we have to first start with ourselves. And we know that there are so many things externally that are going on that are taking our attention. Maybe they are just turning up all of our emotions. Our thoughts might be going racing. So I hope that today's practice is one way for you to begin to find that inner sense of calm that can lead to you being able to be balanced in a way to respond to the external. So, with that said, I welcome you to find a comfortable seat. You can also lie down if that's more comfortable for you. And I invite you to find a space in which you are both comfortable but also alert. I'll remind you that this position does not have to be one you have to stay in the whole time. Wiggles are welcome. Wiggling does not mean that you are a good or bad meditator, they just are. We're humans, we like to move. So, being statues is not part of this. And once you find that seat, I invite you to close your eyes if that is comfortable for you. And if not, you can just cast the gaze down. And there are no right or wrongs. Whatever is comfortable for you today in this practice. And so we will use two things today to help us start to get curious with this internal sense of calm that can lead to balance internally and externally. So we'll use the body and the breath to help us to ground and to center. So as you're seated here, I invite you to note the sit bones or any touch points to the ground or your seat, the floor. Maybe notice wherever the hands are placed or resting. Maybe notice the space in which the shoulders are currently. And maybe see if you can just make a little more room, rolling them up and back. Just noting yourself seated here in practice, aware of the space that your body is occupying. And I invite you to turn your attention now to your breath, to the inhale and the exhale. And just take a few breaths here at your own pace, just to get reacquainted with this natural rhythm, your breath. And as you're finding your rhythm, your breath, I'm going to share a short reading with you. Deep listening is more than hearing with our ears, but taking in what is revealed in any given moment with our body, our being, our heart. Much of our isolation and sense of difference comes from our inability to slow down and let in what is before us. Regardless of the medium, this is the beginning of art, the honest listening, without pretense or judgment, to life as it meets us. Listening is not reacting or responding, but meeting experience openly, the way a lake is filled by streams. And as you're seated here, noting and getting curious with breath, I invite you to pay attention to the inhale and the exhale, noting the length and the depth of both. Just tuning into that rhythm and seeing if you can make the inhale and the exhale match, both in length and in depth. Just taking a few breaths here to get curious with that inhale and exhale. And on your next breath, I invite you to bring the hands just to the place below the neck, the upper chest, and just breathe here. Sense the sensation of what breathing feels like here in the body. Maybe you notice a slight rise and fall, or maybe even expansion and contraction. Just being with, listening in, experiencing what it feels like, breath moving here, just below the neck. And on your next breath, I invite you to bring the hands just to the area below the ribs and above the belly button, and just breathing here, tuning in and listening to that sensation, that feeling, breath moving through body in this space. And next, I invite you to just move the hands to the lower abdomen and just sense what it's like to breathe here. What movement, sensation, what does breath feel like here in the body? And next, I invite you to move the hands to the heart and feel the rhythm here, the heart beating, your rhythm of the heartbeat, and just say to self, I am present here. And on your next breath, I invite you to move the hands just to the belly and just feel breath here and noting to self, I am present here. And on the next breath, if your feet are in reach, bring your hands to your feet. If not, knees will work or upper thigh. And just gently place the hands to this grounding point. Notice what it feels like to be situated here, these grounding points that are close to or connect to the earth in some way. and note to self, I am present here. And bringing your hands back to a comfortable position. And just come back to our breath, our inhale and our exhale. We are also here with our breath, with this rhythm that's ours. And I invite you, with your breath, to scan the body, maybe starting at the crown of the head, and moving all the way down to the toes, and then back up again from the tips of the toes, all the way up to the crown of the head. Just feeling the whole body. And on your next breath, just sensing the tenor of the body. How do you feel now? Seated here, breathing, aware, curious, and present. And I invite you to take an inhale through the nose and an exhale out through the mouth. And one more inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. And as you're ready, just gently blink the eyes open. Become aware of the surroundings. And before moving on with your day, I invite you to just take a moment to share a note of gratitude with yourself for showing up, for trying a practice, for just taking some time for you and getting curious with being here, being present and aware. This is the first step to balance. I thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I wish you well. Thank you.